Google released their flagship phone, the Nexus 6, about 10 months ago. Is it still worth getting? Is it still worth all the hard-earned cash with all these new phones that are flooding the market now? Like the OnePlus 2, the new iPhone, and the Motorola's flagship style? Also, what about the other phones that came out in between, like the Galaxy S6 and the LG G4? Well, my name is Javon LeBlanc. I'm with ChillTech, and we're going to find out today on today's review of the Google Nexus 6. So to pretty much make sure the Nexus 6 is relevant in today's market, I'm going to go over the 5 things that all consumers are looking for in a phone. Number 1 is going to be performance, everyday performance. How's it work day to day? Second thing I'm going to go over is going to be call quality. How's it sound when you make phone calls and receiving? After all, it's still a phone, right? Then I'm going over the camera, battery life, and finally I'll be going over music and sound, just to make sure that, hey, it's a phone. We use it for working out, we use it for playing music in our car. It has to, fit the genre. Now, if you look for specs, all the specs will be in the link below. I mean, it's been said so many times, but I'm going to go over a couple things that you should know about the phone. Now, it's a 5.9-inch display. It's a big phone, like even for me, and I have pretty big hands. So this phone has a gorgeous QHD display. That means it's really sharp. It's 2560 by 1440. That's tech jargon for really, really sharp, really bright, really colorful, and looks really good for watching movies and playing games. All right, so go ahead and check out some day-to-day performance. Google's Nexus 6 performance is top-notch. It's extremely fast off the operating system, and that's mainly because of the specs. And the specs aren't the newest out there. There are phones with newer specs, but it seems to be performing just as well or even better than a lot of these new phones. And that's because of Google's stock Android. Stock Android gives the phone a very clean and simplistic look, as well as it doesn't allow so much carrier bloat and additional programs and things like that, and makes the device just fly throughout day-to-day performance. It doesn't matter what you're doing, if you're gaming, if you're picking up a movie, if you're emailing, it doesn't really matter. This thing is a killer in performance, and it shows you a lot on how much Android has progressed over the time. So yeah, this is Nexus 6 performance. Definitely great, without a doubt. Google's camera interface, called the Google Camera app, it's really good, in my personal opinion. It could be better. There could be some features added to the camera app itself, but in terms of the picture quality and the video quality, it's really good. I'm actually pretty impressed with Google's camera. A lot of people say the Nexus phones don't have good cameras, and that's not really true. To be honest with you, the Nexus 5 had a pretty good camera in my opinion. It just wasn't the best. Now, what I'm seeing here with the Nexus 6, I'm seeing Google take a big step forward in image processing. The pictures look really, really good, and video looks crisp. Also, it takes 4K video. 13 megapixel optical image stabilized camera is definitely a contender in top phones today. Is it the best camera phone? No, but I'm gonna take some photos and some videos and test them out, and you can be the judge of that. Let me know what you guys think of the camera quality and picture quality. This is the test of the 1080p video that Nexus 6 can handle. So this is 1080p. Go ahead and testing this out. I'll tell you this, the biggest thing with the camera app, I think still, is that the focus is so aggressive that as you can see, it can really pull out some shadows and some contrast, which can make things look different depending on where it's focusing at. But the focusing seems to be much better than previous versions of the Google camera app. This is the Google Nexus 6 4K video. I'm going to go ahead and testing this out for you. Now, I also wanted to mention that the 4K video is only 30 frames per second, but it does have optical image stabilization. So a lot of other 4K cameras cannot support optical image stabilization of 4K. Google's does, and it looks pretty good from what I see on the screen. The Nexus 6 also has voice over LTE, and it has Wi-Fi calling. So signal strength was really strong, and the voice over LTE sounded very HD, very crisp, very clear, and callers said that we sounded really good to them as well. Speakerphone quality was also really good. The caller could hear us from across the room as well as we could hear them loud and clear. Can you hear me? Alright. Battery life. Be cutthroat. It's not a disappointment, but it's not where I thought it was going to be when they said it was going to be a 220 milliamp hour battery. That's tablet-sized batteries, but it doesn't give you tablet battery life. I'll tell you that right now. I get roughly around the same battery life when I was using the iPhone 6 Plus and the OnePlus One, which is around 2 days of light use, about a day and a half of like moderate use. And moderate use is around 2.5, 3 hours of screen on time. When I got the 2 days, I'm talking about like 2 hours or less screen on time. But once you factor in gaming, automatically, even if you do it once, I consider a heavy day of usage. And this phone on a heavy usage gets you around 16 hours. I think that's fair. 16 hours in 1 day is pretty fair. That's around 4 to pushing 5, and I mean really pushing 5 hours of screen on time. And once you are pushing 5 hours screen on time, this thing is done. I mean, now I've heard reports saying Android M is gonna, take this battery life to the next level. We'll be seeing 6 and 7 hours of battery life screen on time. On the M preview that I was using before, I didn't see it then, but I definitely saw an increase. So battery life will only get better over time. Speakerphones are just, God damn, that giant is off the crispy. I'm talking about loud and crisp stereo speakers. A+. It's definitely loud, without a doubt. Clear, the quality, is very, very crisp. It's definitely a great compliment to have a big, beautiful display and 2 front-facing stereo speakers. Yeah, definitely, without a doubt, the speakers on the Nexus 6 are just great. All right, guys, let's go ahead and wrap it all up. All right, the overall performance of this phone is an A+. Very, 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 very fluid, very fast, very smooth. The call quality is another A+. Motorola makes great handsets. It just sounds really good on both ends. The speaker quality is good. Definitely an A+. The camera is something that I won't talk about. It's a B. A little bit. That's mainly because there are better camera phones out there. This isn't the best one, but it's not bad at all. By all means, this is still a great camera. This is not an excellent camera. Okay, the battery life is a B+, only because they could do so much better currently with the battery life, and we will see that with the next version of Android M, Milkshake, Marshmallow, whatever how you want to call it. That will have a big increase on battery life, and you will see that. So battery life as of right now, B+. Sound and music quality is definitely an A+. The speaker phones on this thing is just bruh, alright? Like bruh. It sounds crisp, it sounds loud, everything you can ask for. Bluetooth, for my car, sounds great. Auxiliary could be a little bit better, just because it's missing a little bit of bass punch, it doesn't mean it's lacking in clarity. So definitely good. Overall opinion, hey, this is a great phone to buy. Right now you can buy this phone for 32 gigabytes for, that is $499, and then you can get the 64 gigabyte version, which I have here, for $549. A killer unlock price, and if you get it from your carrier, probably costs like $100 or less. So snag one of these up. You'll be guaranteed Android updates for the next couple years. Not to mention, it's a great performing phone, even to this day. I love it. My personal opinion, it's my daily driver. It's probably going to be my daily driver even with other phones coming out. This will still be my phone that I go back to because it just performs so well and I have a great experience using it. It is a big phone, but it doesn't bother me as much. So, hey, hope you guys enjoyed the video on the Google Nexus 6. If you want to see more videos like this, hit the thumbs up button. If you think there's a better phone out there than the Nexus 6, go ahead and put it in the comment section below. We can talk about it. If you think the Nexus 6 is a great phone, Let me know in the comment section below. I want to hear your input on this. Also, if you guys want to see more videos like this, subscribe. We got more videos coming for you really soon. I mean, like really soon. So check that out. All right. Until then, have a great day. Keep it chill. Peace. All right. Go ahead and hit a fire blast on that subscribe button. Ice beam that subscribe button. Razor wind that subscribe button. Bubble beam that subscribe button. Like, what are those? That subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? So subscribe. Just kidding.